Hi, I'm just going to explain about the work I do when I work with someone on a personal energy level. Please excuse the scruffy wall behind. It's all I can see is the blue tack and stuck to the wall. Last room in the house to be decorated. So anyway, so what I do is everybody has an energy which is a bit like everyone has a physical body. They also have an energetic pattern within them as well. It's their spiritual energy. It's also tied up with your emotions. It's a representation of what's going on physically, but also what is happening with you emotionally. And all people's energy should have a rhythm and a flow to it. So it ebbs and it flows, and it can get stuck and get stagnated. It can get rigid. It can get squished down. All these kind of things. So what I do when I do a treatment, so I work from a distance. And I would basically I tune in to you via your picture. Then once I've sort of got tuned in, it's a bit like radio waves. Think of it like that. I'm sort of tuning into your particular frequency. Once I've got that, then I connect into your energy and how it works. And then there's some things which I will work with which are quite obviously, sort of feel like more of a physical thing. I'm not a doctor, obviously, so I don't diagnose, but I can tell you where I can feel that your energy is stagnating and is a problem. And I do my best to clear it and help that work better, which then helps support the physical body. But I also work on a spiritual, deeper level, which allows me to help your soul energy, your all of that, your spiritual soul energy to flow, to move, to breathe, to explore, and it just allows yourself to feel like it's more able to ebb and flow. Like I explained, it needs to dance a little bit, not necessarily physically for people who are out there who don't like sort of dance, but very much a your energy has this kind of movement to it. It has a rhythm to it, and my job is to make sure it is working at its rhythm, at its pattern, the way that it works at its best. A lot of that work I do is very instinctive. It's very much led by my learnings of this lifetime, but also past lifetimes, and my guides and guardians and everything else that helped me along my journey. So the work I do is to basically set you up so that you're working as well as possible, much like you would do if you say you went to an osteopath or such. They set you up so your body functions in the best possible way. You might revert slightly, like we all do, to our learned habits, but hopefully it will get you to your rhythm, your flow of your energy to work better. um, and then you might need top up sometimes, but it depends on how you're working and what how the first one works. It's such a variable thing. Sometimes it's just one treatment, other times it's a series of treatments. It's very much up to you. I don't insist on anything. You choose. um, and the other really important part of the work I do is I work with what I call your soul song, which for me is it's like the core of you, the very essence of who you are. And for most of us, it's quite shut down. We learnt many years ago, normally when we were children, that we can't be too us because other people aren't so comfortable around it, and we learn to be respectable, do things the right way, um, do things in a way that other people think is the correct way to do it, not necessarily how our soul song sings it. So when I say your soul song, I don't obviously mean a song from the charts. I mean the rhythm and the song and the beauty of your personal song. And your soul song comes from the deep part of you, the part of you that's lived many many lifetimes. So it is the very essence of who you are and what carries on throughout the whole of your journeys through different lifetimes. And that is working with someone's soul song is a great privilege, because they're always so beautiful. Very difficult to explain, but when they are released and allowed to be, um, it's the most beautiful experience. And for you, it should mean that you will find that you feel a bit freer to be you, to make the decisions that are right for you. You feel a bit more in tune with yourself is probably the best way of easiest way of describing it. And amongst all of that, what I also do is, if it comes up, so it's not a deliberate thing, it's a question of what comes up, what is shown to me as needing to work on. Sometimes we also have things to do with past lives that we decide to bring forward that we need help to work on in this lifetime. A lot of the time, it's things we didn't need to bring forward, we felt we ought to, that we should do, that we were somehow obliged to. So I help with that, and also work with your spirit guides and guardians, and those can vary hugely from person to person. Sometimes they're really quiet and they don't want anything to do with me. Other times they're right there and very open-minded. But that depends on where you are on your path, where you're going, and what you want as well, because spirit guides change throughout. So I hope that gives a brief idea as to what I do. All I would need from you, if you wish to book, is to basically have your name, photograph, and we book a time when it's suitable for you. You can be asleep, particularly if you're abroad. I often work with people in the States when they're asleep, because it just works time frame wise. Or if you are awake and in my time zone, which is the UK, then on Europe obviously, then we work it around a schedule, which means that you can sit and quiet, have peace, not doing too much. It doesn't matter if you're working, you're reading, all that sort of stuff. But what I need you not to be doing is not driving, operating heavy machinery, all of those things. Anything which you could get distracted from if there's a big shift that happens. And then afterwards, you need to drink plenty of water and take it easy for 24 hours, much as you would as if you went to go and have a physical treatment. It's a similar process. You might find you get a headache afterwards because it's that again, that detoxing of the brain. You may feel a little bit unsettled for 24 hours or so. But obviously, if any of that continues for longer than 24 to 48 hours, then do let me know. Or if you're at all, unsure about it and feeling unsettled with it, then do just let me know. I hope that explained it. I'm sure there's things I've missed off, but that will give you a brief idea as to what I do. Thank you.